big I have to talk to town, Mr. DETV, Mr. Positivity. And again, look, I have to tell you that the National Coalition of Black Women are doing it again. And this time they're holding no punches down at Delaware State. And if you missed it, you just give up. No, don't give up. Just tap into the National Coalition of Black Women. Today was it was a conversation about policy, a resource fair, everything from health to education to economic empowerment. But the one that everyone came to see, let me tell you something. The Cross connection. Do I need to say more? Tiffany Cross. How are you, Tiffany?
I'm wonderful. Congratulations to you on everything you're doing, and in a time where media is under attack, independent media, Black-owned media, all those things are so important, and you're sitting at the intersection of that. So I appreciate you, brother, and happy to be in conversation.
Oh, thank you, sis. Thank you. And you know what's crazy is we talk about it all the time, right? And like how this administration is tearing down everything from the gates to the backyard when it comes to anything Black, and especially trying to take over the media. I want to ask you a question. And I know you got you this is your lane. Why do you do what you do?
Well, my entire life's purpose is to live in service to the liberation of Black people, which ultimately liberates everybody. And so we all use our talents to do that. And one thing I developed a talent for early on out of an interest in is
Hmm.
storytelling,
Hmm.
and truth telling. And I remember watching so many images on the media that didn't quite capture me. I grew up in the dawn of the early on days of the Oprah Winfrey show. But when it
Yeah.
came to hard news, there were not a lot of people who looked like me who were doing it. And when there were people on screen discussing things relevant to Black folks, it did not sound authentic to me. It didn't sound like people were talking to me
Right.
or about me, but dared to attempt to speak for me. And so
Mm.
I just had a deep passion for wanting to tell our stories in an authentic way, that centered informing everyone in a way that did not center the comfort of white folks. And so I will continue to do that until I breathe my last breath on this earth.
I know that's right. And again, I appreciate it. You know, with media under attack, especially when it comes to our community, and this is one thing that I've learned. I created my company out of the basement of my house, right? And what I've seen is how, like you said, we're not being represented in front of the camera or behind the camera. But most of all, the stories that are told, they're not really depicting on what's really going on for us or to us. And they're overlooking us. Why is it so important for us as Black and brown people, to the community, right? The ones that's going to the barbecue, to
Yeah.
understand and pay attention to this media, like what's going on, and especially when it comes to Black journalism.
Yeah, I'm a proud member of the National Association of Black Journalists, and I think particularly for our audiences, I'm from Atlanta, I'm from the South, so it's like Three Stacks say, if you don't move your feet, I can't eat. So we like neck and
Mm,
neck. We
right.
do what we do in service to our viewing audience, as you well know. And
Hmm.
so when you watch legacy media, Black folks have actually been increasingly tuning out. When you look at newsrooms, there's only 6% of newsroom staffs are comprised of Black women. And when you disaggregate that, or Black people, I'm sorry, when you
Hmm.
disaggregate that 6%, that means even fewer Black women. That means even fewer Black men. So,
Right.
yeah, it is a challenge to trust. We've never really been able to trust the people around us who don't look like us with our
Right.
stories, with the proper context. Even if you look at recent history, when there was a slew of the murdering of Black men and Black women, the suggestion was always we had to die this spectacular, extraordinary death to disrupt the white narrative of what happened to us. We had to prove that we didn't invite our own murder. We had to prove
Yeah.
that we didn't
Yep.
invoke our own
Yep.
killing.
Yeah.
And then there were stories centered around forgiveness and, oh,
Hmm.
look how forgiving Black folks are when we kill them. And so I
Hmm.
think for those of us who traffic in authenticity and a righteous anger at what happens, we don't want to tell that story. We
Right.
don't want the same way that pedagogy lends itself to the kind slave owner who
Yeah.
gave the Negroes Christmas Day off. We don't want to tell that story when it comes to our media narratives about every aspect of our lives, from the labor numbers, employment numbers that we see,
Hmm.
that are rarely disaggregated to say, okay, well, if unemployment went down, it did not do that in Black communities, but you rarely have that context when it comes to
Mm.
us. So I think in every part of our media, it's important for us to keep doing what we do, but also for our audience, who are the real power brokers, to show
Right.
these
Right.
conglomerates, if you do not reflect me, then you do
Hmm.
not get my eyes. You don't get me as a viewer, nor do you get my disposable income, nor do you get my
Sure.
number for
Yeah.
your Nielsen ratings. Like none of those
Yeah.
things happen. So I hope
Yeah.
audiences take advantage of that and consume outlets like yours. My sister Joy Reid has a show. Roland
Yeah.
Martin has been holding it down. There are so many of us doing these things, and so we can change the landscape just within our own community.
And I love it. And you're right, because everyone that you mentioned are the ones that are inspiring me and my staff to just keep on pushing. And when you're speaking about audience today you had an audience there waiting for you at Delaware State University. Go Hornets all day. So what was that like? Because again, I know you're an advocate for women and you're an advocate for the people that look like us, right? And what was the day like?
Well, it was an honor to be invited by the National Coalition of 100 Black Women Delaware. Anytime I come into a space where it's us, I'm home. So it felt like breathing. It was just a,
Mm.
a natural collection of amazing Black women. I saw a few brothers here and there, but the conference did center women and policy, and it just felt relaxing. I met
Hmm.
the oldest Delaware State alumni, who's 99 years old. She'll
Yeah,
be
yeah.
100 this year. And I just felt an honor to meet her. I wanted to just sit at her knee and ask her all the questions. But there were also just so many Black women coming up to me, telling me their stories. And their story is my story, and my story is their story. So it was
Yeah.
great. I have a book coming out May 5th. I'll
Mhm.
show it to your viewers
Go
after
ahead. Go
this
ahead. There you
meeting.
go. There you
But
go.
it is called Love Me, A Letter to Black Women in a Toxic Country, Career and Relationship. It's available for order now. So
Mm.
hopefully folks can support their local Black owned
Come
or
on.
independent bookstores and buy the hard copy. But I mean, this is the whole point of the book, to
Yeah.
meet me in the pages and to have community amongst ourselves. Even if I can't physically be in the room to lock arms with my
Right.
sisters, I lock arms with them in the pages, just to give a snapshot and a reflection on all that we're experiencing and enduring right now.
I know. When you check out the book, make sure you check out the website, tiffanycross.com. Make sure you be a part of the movement. Let me ask you this. One, where can people follow you? And two, I need you. What is your message to my 400,000 homes I'm in and the millions of people that are watching us right now? What is your message to those people?
Well, people can find me, my name at Tiffany D. Cross on all platforms. My website, tiffanyDcross.com, like you gave. My message to Black people is we deserve a life free of pain and destruction. We deserve a life free of terror. We
Yeah.
deserve a life that is not centered on this 400-year nightmare.
Mm.
We did not um, deign to live in America. We dared to, as captives. And what we've been able to do is a miracle. I'm talking to a miracle right now, and you talking to a miracle right now.
That's
And
right.
everybody who looks like us watching us right now, they are a living, breathing miracle. And so,
Mhm.
what will we do, having survived all that we did, the strongest of our ancestors, reached through the generations, just so we could be here at this moment in time? And what does that look like? And I always say, for all the people who say, well, if I was alive during the civil rights movement, I would have fill in the blank. Whatever you're doing right now, that's what you would have been doing then. If you're sitting on your phone scrolling and that's all you're doing,
Mm.
then that's what you would have been doing
Mm.
then. And I lastly say, this is a time for reading books.
Yeah.
Our message, this is not anything new that we're experiencing. Donald Trump is certainly not the first white supremacist to occupy the White House. And sadly, I don't think he'll be the last. But there is a blueprint for facing this type of tyranny. And all of the assignments that we have as Black folks is not going to come in a meme. It's not going to come in some quote shared on Facebook or Instagram. Sometimes
Mhm.
we have to do the work and stop letting these phones distract us and actually crack open a book from our scholars, from the people who have gone through this before, time and again, who have said, this is what we experienced, this is our expectation of you, and this is how you beat that. So I have a fantasy that we will get
Mhm.
back to reading
Yeah.
in a way that we have not, that we've been slowly getting away from. It's the reason they want to ban books,
Yeah.
because they know, if they keep us ignorant, then they can keep us oppressed. So
Right.
I got a few messages in there, but hopefully, I trust our people are multifaceted enough that they got it, that they got all the
Right.
messages, they got all the marching orders, and just know that I'm marching right there beside you. You look to your left and your right, and you're gonna see me and people like me locked arms with you. That's the only way we can win.
I love it. I love it. I love it. So look, I'm gonna let you get going again, Miss Cross. Thank you so much. Really appreciate your time. And if you're when you're watching this, make sure you click over, grab your computer, your iPad, whatever, and hit the link. Follow her, Tiffany Cross, social media, because this movement right here is going to take all of us. It's going to take all of us to get through it. But guess what? I know we got it in us. So let's make it happen. Be sure to follow us at DETV. Make sure you follow Tiffany Cross. And again, farewell, my friends. Love someone, hug someone, and make sure forgive yourself, but love yourself. It's your main man, Big Ivan, talking to town, Mr. DETV, and I'll see you on the other side.